Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Dana and here we do SMS, which is skincare, makeup, sunscreen. If you are interested in any of those three or all of those three, please do subscribe and continue watching, and we're gonna get right into one of the S's today. So today, if you could not tell from the title of the video, I am doing a dupe test. So I have on my, what is this, my left, this is the Supergoop Unseen Sunscreen, and this is just a travel size. You know, you do what you can to save a little bit of money. And then this one on my right is the Black Girl Sunscreen Make It Matte. So I have tried both of these before. I actually had this one maybe a year ago, and then I had to return it because this part, the cap, it was very different, and it like shattered the first time I took it out. And I went on their website or their Instagram and I noticed that everyone else was having the issue. So they clearly reformulated the packaging. I don't know about the product, although the product does seem a little bit different. And they came out with this. So I picked it up when they did that and I wanted to test it because I had a sneaking suspicion that these two were very, very similar. So we're gonna get into it right now. If you are not subscribed already, please do below and then give this video a big ol' like. It helps me so much and I appreciate you guys all the time. Thanks so much. So we have the Black Girl Sunscreen Make It Matte. This retails for $21.99. You can get it at Target and on their website. It comes in 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters, and it is SPF 45. So the Unseen Sunscreen, you can get it on the Supergoop website or on Sephora. This is $34 and it comes in the same amount, 1.7 fluid ounces or 50 milliliters. And this one has SPF 40. So 45, 40. This one is about $22, $34. I'm just gonna apply them to my face. So the one thing I have noticed with the Black Girl Sunscreen is you do have to kind of shake it a little. I have not noticed that with the Supergoop, so that is something to keep in mind. They both look pretty much the same, which is in that they're invisible. I will show you what the Supergoop one looks like, but not at the same time, because I gotta put them on my face. Okay, we're done. Can you tell a difference? Absolutely not. Now, I will tell you one difference. I put a lot of sunscreen on because you are technically supposed to put about a quarter, what is it, an eighth to a quarter of a teaspoon on your face and neck. So I always kind of err on the side of too much. And when I did put the Black Girl Sunscreen on in like a heavy, decent amount, you could see on this side that it was a little bit like shinier instead of matte. But what I've noticed, and what I did, if you noticed, is I just rubbed it in a little and then it became matte. Even on my eyes, it's still a little shiny there, but if you just rub it in after a few seconds, it will become matte. But I would always err on the side of putting too much on and even just having to go over it like that versus not having enough on. But overall, you can see that they pretty much operate the exact same. They are matte, they are silky, they are dimethicone, silicone, that whole like slippy feel. Velvet feel, if you will, but they look exactly the same and they pretty much operate the same as well. So let's zoom out and talk about the rest of it. Okay, so for the Black Girl Sunscreen, we have the following percentages of active ingredients: 3% avobenzone, 10% homosalate, 5% octosalate, and 5% octocrylene. This does not have a scent, and the only other ingredients beside those active ingredients are aloe extract, shea butter, coconut oil, dimethicone, isododecane, silica, squalane, and vitamin E. Okay, so the percentages for the active ingredients are very similar. There is just a little bit of a difference. This one has 3% avobenzone, 8% homosalate, 5% octosalate, and 4% octocrylene. So you can see that in terms of the percentages, you have a little bit less of the homosalate and a little bit less of the octocrylene, which is probably, and I'm just guessing, a postulation, why they get an SPF 40 versus the SPF 45 of the Black Girl Sunscreen. So neither of them has a scent. That is really great about both of them. They are very appropriate for sensitive skin or for more oily skin, which I know sometimes with sunscreens, both of those can be an issue because so many other sunscreens are just not meant for that. In terms of the ingredient list, I did read you the whole ingredient list for the Black Girl Sunscreen, but the only similarities they have in terms of ingredients for the Supergoop is that it has isododecane, dimethicone, shea butter, silica, and vitamin E. Other than that, they have quite a few other ingredients that are basically functional ingredients that help it get to the format and the consistency that it's at. But neither of them, I would say, have a lot of skincare ingredients. But if you're going to choose one over the other for skincare, it would definitely be the Black Girl Sunscreen, just because they have the aloe extract, shea butter, squalane. I guess they do have quite a few. So this one would be my recommendation if you are looking for a little bit of added skincare benefits. But you guys know, I don't ever say go to a sunscreen for your skincare. So they are both water resistant for up to 80 minutes, which is great. But that said, you should always be reapplying, especially if you're out in the sun and water, every 2 hours. I am not great about reapplying when I'm wearing makeup or throughout the day, but you know, these do make it a little bit easier just because they are so invisible and just very easy to use, which is always great. As you can see, and as I demonstrated, they both have a really velvet matte feel, which is great. It's just a perfect either primer, or if you just don't want to deal with like the sunscreen effect, which I get. If you have super dry skin, I would say that these might not be enough moisture for you. They don't feel bad for me, but I also put on a very thick moisturizer this morning, so that might be it. I have kind of balanced skin, and it's more like combination depending on the time of year. So in the winter, I definitely can get dry patches, I can get drier skin, but I load up a moisturizer, so that's not an issue. And in the summer, I live in a humid, hot climate, and so my skin can be more oily. So for me, it just kind of depends. I could use this year round if I'm using the correct products underneath it. In the summer, probably nothing. In the winter, a heavier moisturizer. And obviously, there is no white cast. Now, a brand, that is kind of the whole point of this. This is supposed to be a sunscreen. Both of them are supposed to be sunscreens for people who don't want to deal with sunscreens. And so for that, they both work beautifully. And I actually, out of all the Supergoop sunscreens, I think this one's my favorite. If you've seen any of my other reviews, you know that I'm not a huge fan of all the Supergoop sunscreens. But this one I think is the most unproblematic for the majority of people. It's also, you saw I put them both over my eyes. I'm not having any redness, stinging, irritation, so that's great. But in terms of, is this a dupe? I think 100% this one is a dupe. It's about $15 cheaper. You can get it at Target, which is very accessible for most people. It's a smaller brand, which I love to see. And it operates and does the exact same, but with a higher SPF. So to me, this is a clear dupe situation, and I absolutely recommend this, even though I railed on it in the past. I know that they changed the top, which is great, but I think they also changed the formula because I find that it rubs in a lot more easily and like actually sinks in than their first one. So to me, it feels different, and I'm definitely on board with it now. But yeah, you know, if you love Supergoop, if you're just like a fan of this formula, by all means go get it. But if you are looking to save some money, this one is a great option for you. So I'm gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know, have you tried either of them? Do you like this kind of like matte sunscreen? Curious to hear your thoughts on this situation. It's just sunscreen. Anyway, that's it for today. I will be back with more videos in the coming weeks, and I hope you are subscribed and have liked it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.